All right, enough Villa in our second segment. Let's talk about another key Champions League game. Nottingham Forest against Chelsea. Chelsea got it over the line. They win 1-0 with, I thought this first half, now neutral might not have enjoyed it. There were not many chances.
It was bad.
I thought it was two conservative teams being conservative, poking, prodding. I felt bad for Chris Wood personally when he missed a chance where he really should have done much, much better. And then again, this game decided on a defensive mistake. Nico Williams, weird header.
Yeah.
And then they recover the ball and it goes to early in the second half and it goes to Levi Colwill. Chelsea get it done. And Enzo Maresca coming out very feisty afterwards, saying that all these critics can F off, I think.
He said, that's exactly what he said, He said, like, for all the people who think they know better and they have all the truth and the knowledge and says we're young and inexperienced, well, that's one for you. He said that himself. It's not just us saying that you have a young team that lacks experience. He said himself when they were second at Christmas, he said, we can't win the title. We're too young. We lack too much experience. So you can't blame then us for saying that your team is too young. You are too young as a coach. Because you've said that yourself. But I understand that he
so
felt...
he's telling you to F off.
Yeah, but it's fine. You can tell me to F off and you feel vindicated. But I repeated what you said, Enzo. So if you tell me to F off for what I said, it's the same for you because it's exactly the argument that you used to calm all the hopes down. But well done. You made it in the top 5. It was not pretty for the last few weeks and, to be fair, a couple of months. But you got there in the end. It was very important, as we said, for Chelsea as a club to qualify for the Champions League financially, especially. So well done. But you gave the stick to be beaten. We said that in French.
You made a rod for your own back.
Exactly. This is exactly what you said yourself. You were too young, and then you can't blame us for saying it too.
It's not like he said it because he tried to be clever. He said it because it's true.
Exactly.
Look, there's a performative quality to managers after games, right? It's like they're on stage, they're part of the showbiz. It is sports entertainment. And he goes and he says this, and he knows the reality. He knows that he was made to go into the season with one viable center forward, Nico Jackson. And he knows that when said viable center forward, Nico Jackson, by the way, I say viable. I don't think it's the second coming of Alan Shearer. When he gets injured, Chelsea start playing worse. And when his best player, Cole Palmer, has a dip, then they stop getting points and they start playing worse. Is it an achievement to finish where they finished and then possibly win the Conference League? Sure, it is. It's absolutely an achievement. But all these other facts, having doubts about, not about Maresca, but about the way this team is constructed, the way it is going forward.
Yeah.
I think they all remain.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? If I go through this team, right? Picture the future. Picture 3 years from now, Chelsea winning a Champions League or being in a Champions League final. And I go through what is supposed to be Chelsea's best 11 right now. Many of these guys are not going to be there. Because I guarantee you that Robert Sanchez, no. Reece James, only if he stays fit, and that's not something we've ever really seen. Fofana, Chalobah, I really don't think so. Colwill, maybe. Cuckoo, possibly. I was wrong about Cuckoo. I'll hold my hands up. Caicedo, definitely. Enzo, I think it's still very, very touch and go with that one.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, yes. Are you a big Madueke Neto fan? Mudryk? None of these people, right?
Yeah.
And Nico, let's see what happens when he comes back. This is the reality, right?
Yeah,
so you can go and boast about bringing all the young players and whatever and the long-term plan. But, 3 years from now is going to be 5 years from when the plan started. And how many of these players look like they're on that trajectory? And you can say Romeo Lavia, maybe Andre Santos comes, maybe Kendry Páez. Yeah, maybe. We thought Mikhailo Mudryk was going to be really good too. So I think it's still very much on a knife edge, but big achievement for him. Big achievement for Forest too and Mr. Marinakis.
Yeah, although they were disappointed, and you can understand. I mean, it didn't look like they had qualified for Europe at the end of that Chelsea game because they wanted Champions League. They didn't get it. I was disappointed. I won't lie by the performance. I thought they'd be on the front foot. They had to go for it. It was the final. And for me, they just didn't perform well enough.
Still, I think a tremendous season, which left you wanting a little more.